everybody, my name's Georgia. Welcome back to my channel, Happy Cloud ASMR. So guys, for today's video, it's going to be another custom request, and this comes from the lovely and very sweet Michael. So Michael has asked just one question. It's a very good question, something I've never thought about before, and he'd like to know what it would have been like for me if I'd started smoking a few years earlier than I'd originally started, and also if I'd started a few years later than I'd originally started. So yeah, like I said, never really thought about this before. Don't know where this video is going to go, what's going to come out my mouth, but I like this question. I think it'll be a good one. So yeah, thank you so much, Michael, for requesting this video. I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope you guys watching all enjoy it as well. So yeah, let's jump right in. Also, before I do start, I'm so sorry about my blind. It's really putting me off, so it's probably putting you off. Try and ignore it. I tried to fix it, but it's broken. I need to get a new blind, basically. But yeah, just a little side note before we start. So yeah, let's start. So I think most of you guys know now, unless we have any new subscribers, that I started hitching up, let's say, when I was properly 14, but actually I had my first one and was like easing in probably when I was like 12. So this question about if I'd started earlier, I don't think I could have started earlier, to be honest. Because I'm trying to think school, because I'm an August baby, I was like the youngest in my year, like in my age group, if we're talking school. So I guess like I was pretty much a whole year younger. Like I was from one of my friends was born in September, so as far as school years, she was like basically a whole year older than me. So what's my point of that? Yeah, so basically at that age, I think I was probably in like, are you in year 7, like when you're 12, or year 8? I was probably, I don't know, I was in secondary school anyway. So to be honest, I think I was probably curious like before as 12, but not enough to want to try it, I don't think. So I mean, if we're saying a few years, like that's just crazy young. Like I don't even think that would have ever even, I think, yeah, I was still very much not thinking about that sort of grown up stuff. Certainly when I was in primary school, I wasn't. Even in year 7, really, I was quite well behaved. I guess it's kind of ties in with like when I started getting into trouble at schools, probably when I did start properly like smoking, or at least trying it. So, and I think that just came with just being a teenager, you know, you just try these things, don't you? Your friends are doing it and all that kind of stuff. So as far as though, I mean, I just couldn't, even if I wanted to, there would have been no way for me to actually start smoking because my parents didn't smoke. I mean, my older sisters did, but I wouldn't even know how to hitch up like younger than that, you know, because I mean, the first time I did it was with my sister, like my older sister, and I didn't really even know then what I was doing. She like hitched up for me and everything. And I just kind of learned like that way. And I mean, if I'd gone asking when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, I would have got a slap. Like there's no way they would have. I mean, 12's bad really, but yeah, I don't think they definitely wouldn't have let me even try it at that age. And like I say, it wasn't really crossing my mind. So I think when I started, it was just kind of inevitable it was going to happen at that age, because I was kind of like a curious child and I liked getting into trouble. And it was just basically like, I don't know, like I guess for some people it's just this stepping stone into teenage years, maybe. I don't know, maybe like around my generation, I don't know. I guess like all kids vape now and stuff, and that's like the new thing. But I think like when you're at that age, I'm not saying all kids are like this, but there was, yeah, I just think like that's when you start like drinking alcohol for the first time, like just hanging out with your friends, staying out late, you know, and then just smoking just kind of fell into that. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you're looking at it, for me, I just carried on with the smoking. And I mean, a few of my friends did as well, like through school and stuff, but most of them don't really anymore. It is really just me who's kind of carried on. And yeah, I think it's just because I do enjoy it, really. That is the main reason. I suppose. Yeah, so as far as like what would have been like for me before I'd started, it just, I don't know. It wouldn't be, I can't answer that, because I just know like it's just a ridiculous age to start like hitching up, you know, seeing as it was 12. Like, I don't know, I think anything less than that, it just wasn't even on my mind, to be honest. And to be honest, even like, I don't think, I mean, in some ways, like when you're a kid, every year counts, but as you get older, it's like 27, 28, 29, like, you know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't matter. But I think there's a huge difference between like a 9 and a 12-year-old than like a 27 and a 30-year-old. So say if I'd started at 30, and you're asking me like what it would have been like 3 years ago, and I was like, well, 27, like it's no big deal. But yeah, I just think, yeah, a kid is, yeah, that's young. That's too young, I think, to start. And then let's see. So let me actually hit up. I get so carried away with the chat and I actually forget. And then the follow up, I guess, from that is what it would have been like for me if I started a few years after I'd initially started. So again, it's just like, in all honesty, I think if I didn't first try it at 12 and then properly start when I was like 13, 14, I don't think I would smoke. I honestly don't think I would. I think that was just the perfect, if you can call it that, age to start experimenting with it all. And then just, as you just go through your teens, it was just like, just the thing you do and blah, blah, blah. So I don't think, say if I'd started in like I tried my first one in my 20s, I just know that I just don't think I would like carry on. And I don't think I would try it then, because like, I do enjoy it, but I'm also, no, I'm an idiot as well, like, to do it. And I know not everyone might agree with that, and not see a problem with it, whatever, but like, it is a mug's game, let's be real. Like, the health, the money, like the smell of it, like everything, like there are so many negatives to it, but then the positive, like there's so many negatives, but then the positive is just the one thing that you enjoy it, and then that just outweighs the negatives for me. So you could have tens, hundreds of negatives with it, but then that one positive is the most powerful, so it just tips it for me. So yeah, probably like I would have just been more sensible not to even start it later on in my life, because I don't know, like, I don't even know if it was peer pressure, like, I don't know, I can't, it's hard to say. I think I did want to enjoy it, and I guess I thought, like, back then, like, it was cool to do, you wanted to fit in, maybe it's a bit of peer pressure, and then it just got, you'd like, I'd see my sisters doing it, I think they were cool, I'd see like older kids doing it, you'd hang out, like, you'd make new friends through that and all that kind of stuff. So, and social, it's such a social thing to do as well, so there's certainly that side of it too. I think that's why I initially started it, or at least tried it at 12, and then probably doing it at 14 or whatever. But yeah, I think if I'd never touched one in my life and then someone offered me one at like 20, I'd say no. I actually think I would. Because by then I'd be like, well, what's the point? Kind of thing. So it's like a perfect storm, I suppose. Just starting at that age. And it's just kind of carried on. Because I just think as well, like, I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, but I think smoking is one of those things where you kind of have to start, well, you don't have to start, but it makes more sense to start it younger, because obviously it's an addiction. So then you, in some ways, have no choice but to carry on. But starting at, say, at 4, like, why the hell would you pick up a, never smoke in your life, and why would you just suddenly start at like 40? Like, I don't understand. And I actually don't know anybody in my life who was just suddenly thought, never picked one up ever, and just thought, I'm going to start now. It happens when you're younger, like, for sure, and then unfortunately you just get sucked in and then you do it, like, through your adult life as well. But I'd be interested to know, like, does anyone know anyone who has just randomly started, like, as an adult? Because I generally don't know anybody. Yeah, I can't think, because as I say, it's just something that you just start when you are younger, I guess, which is bad, but yeah. And I mean, I've known people who, like, certainly, like, my friends and stuff in school, like, not all of my friends would smoke, so it would be it's just weird, like, it's weird, isn't it, when you think, why was it me who's the one who got hooked? Why was it me who's the one who started, who got the addiction? Because everyone else, like, I don't know, it was probably half and half, like, half my friends in my group did and half didn't, but we all tried it. So why did the half that don't say, like, nah, this isn't for me, and then just stop? Because I suppose for me as well, the initial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, I don't know, I probably hated it, and then something in me forced myself to enjoy it, to like it, to carry on. It's so weird. And now it's just every day, like, I don't even think about it, it's just part of my life, I suppose, my routine. And the only time I really did stop and think about it is when I did quit for those few months, and the guilt I had when I started up again. But I mean, that's just gone. Like when I stopped and then I did start again later on, it was all I was thinking about, like, the guilt, and just, I would say, like, oh, I'm having one now, and I'd really be thinking about it and stuff. But now it's just, sometimes I'll just have one and then I'll blink and then I finished it and I don't even remember having it. Like, that's how, do you know, like, it's just part of the routine, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good question, because I think either side of the age I was, I wouldn't have started. Like, that 12 to 14 age bracket, as I say, is like the perfect storm, if that's even the right words to use. But it's like, prior to that, I wouldn't have picked one up. And probably if I did at that age, younger than that, I probably would have hated it. And I probably wouldn't have then tried it again later on. So I probably wouldn't be smoking to this now. Same as if I hadn't have had one until later on, like say, I don't know, like in my early 20s, I just know I wouldn't have picked one up. So yeah, interesting, really. Yeah, that's like the magic number, I guess, which is terrible, but yeah, I've never really thought about that before. It is interesting. But yeah, here we are today anyway. And I mean, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't really think about it. Like, I know, oh, I don't know. It's a tough one because I don't know. I do want to stop. But I'm just not, I just don't know when, basically. I don't know. And to be honest, like, I'm like pissed off with myself in some ways because I did quit and I did do so well and I wasn't doing it for months. And then, of course, I went on holiday, as we know, and then I just started up again. And then I've had maybe one or two times since then where I did manage to stop again, but it was short-lived. And yeah, it's just, now it's just back with a vengeance. Like, it's just, I'm getting through so many, really, which is just insane. Like, I do feel like I am definitely having more, but it's just, yeah, like, that's the thing, it's more, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It is tricky. It's hard to let go of something that you really enjoy, even though that you know it's bad for you and that you know it's can eat in your bank account and it's all these negative things. But then there is that thing of like, well, I like it, simply, like, that's it. And I don't know, right now that's enough for me to just keep going, but I'm sure one day the negatives will outweigh that positive, and that is when I'll stop. And I guess that's kind of what happened when I did quit for those few months. I think it did just all just get on top of being like, yeah, that thought must have been in my head, so that's when I managed to stop. So maybe that thought will come back again and then that's when I will stop, but it's not there at the moment anyway. And who knows when it will come back, if it will come back. I think, yeah, the main thing, like, is definitely the cost of them. They're just absolutely creeping up and up and up. And yeah, I remember you could get like a pack for like £3, and now they're like some shops pushing 20 quid. It's just insane. So that's definitely a big thing. And then of course it is the health, but, and I know I'm probably naive in saying all this, but like, touch wood, like, knock on wood, all that stuff, but I am, I guess, as healthy as I can be for what I do, if that makes sense. You know, I go like for runs, like, I eat well and healthy, like, I've got good stamina, like, I do a lot of exercise, like, you know, and I mean, that's the thing, like, everything looks great on the outside, but who knows what's going on in here. But And I know it's foolish of me to say all that stuff because we all know what smoking it can do and all that kind of stuff, and it is obviously very, very bad for you, and all that. And yeah, I like 100%, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, you know, like, I'm not lecturing, but don't stop. Like, if I had kids and stuff, or when I do have kids, because I do really want to have children, I would, you know, I wouldn't be happy if they did it. And that's another thing, I guess, like, really have to think about. Obviously, smoking, like, it just knocks everything out, so I'd have to think, I really do need to think about, like, if I do want kids and stuff, you know, you want to be as healthy as possible for that. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just rambling on. But yeah, that's probably the main thing that plays on my mind. Like, I want to obviously make sure I'm as healthy as can be to actually have children and all that kind of thing, so that's something that does play in my mind. So yeah, whenever that time comes, I will stop. And of course, like, I would never smoke when, like, I'm pregnant either. So yeah, I feel I'm going on such a tangent. Yeah, but anyway, I guess for now, it is what it is. This is what we do. This is what I'm doing. I enjoy it. I enjoy making these videos for you, the smoky videos, all that stuff that we know and love. But yeah, that's a really good question, actually. I hope I've answered it okay. I feel like I've really gone on a tangent, like, more than usual. But yeah, life would be different for me if I didn't start when I did start. Simply the fact that I just think that I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be smoking, basically. Either side of that age when I did start. So yeah, very interesting. Made me think. I like that question. But yeah, guys, I think that is it for me. I can't remember what I've just been chatting about. I feel like I really have rambled there. But yes, thank you so much, Michael, for this question. I really hope you enjoyed the video and I answered it well enough. And I hope all you guys watching enjoyed the video too. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, and please comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, whatever time you're watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.